Well, good morning, and welcome to Let's Play, where we play games in my Steam and GOG library. And today we are taking our second and final look at the game Albion Online, which is free on Steam. And since last time I did look up where I need to go for the next part of this tutorial quest. And of course, I kind of feel like a doofus because it was right in front of my face the whole time. I just didn't happen to notice it. So, big circle where I'm supposed to go. You go up here into the mountains. So I guess sometimes even with big markers, I can sometimes, well, miss the obvious. Copper, cotton. Okay. Must not be a lot of people doing this right now because there was certainly plenty of copper here. Alright, so I got all the copper I need. Ah, here's cotton. And it looks like I have everything I need to bring back. Well, that was easy. I don't know how she's not freezing her tushy off out in the snow with barely anything that's considered adequate armor.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Must have been cold up there, but you got everything we need. A task well done. Time to refine those raw materials.
Trust in Tia. Her plans always work.
You need refined resources if you want to craft anything. Let's get your raw materials into shape. The refiners from our crew should be able to help you out. Bring your materials to them. So I need to refine copper ore at the smelter, refine rugged hide at the tanner, refine birch logs at the lumber mill, and cotton fiber at the weaver. And then bring the resources to the crane.
On you go. At your service.
Alright, so let's do this first. Okay. Close that. Ah, here's the tanner.
Excuse the smell.
Excuse the smell.
Farewell. What?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Hello, dear.
And it's nice that they're all in a nice, neat little row.
I'll be here.
She sounds like a lovely person.
One step at a time.
Ah, perfect. Exactly what we needed. We'll have this ship fixed up in no time. Whatever floats your boat. Fix Captain Tia's boat.
She floats again. The tides have turned.
She floats, barely. We can't take another bombardment like that. We'll have to find out from where they are guarding the sea passage so we could get off this island.
They messed with the wrong crew.
I marked an enemy outpost on your map. Go there and look for plans, maps, anything that might help us. And, Medriel, while you're there, practice your combat skills. So I need to go to the outpost in the forest, kill heretics, until you reach the learning point threshold of the trainee combat node. Unlock the trainee combat node while with learning points, and return to Captain Tia. Anything else?
Ready for some action? Show them hell.
It helps if you just gain learning points. Learning points are displayed at the top of the Destiny board. The line in the progress bar indicates the learning point threshold. Once the line is passed, learning points can be used. Using learning points will complete the node. This effectively cuts down the amount of fame needed to complete the node. Only a set number of learning points can be earned by completing daily activities. Alright, let me look at the map. So I need to go here. Where is here? For some reason it looked like it was inside the settlement still. Alright. I don't think it was. Forgotten Woods. No, we're in the right area. This is the cove. And this is where I need to go. Map's a little, not really sure I like the map. Map's a little simple even for me. And I do like a simplified map. There's a bandit over here. Or strange thief. Okay. What are you? A scavenger, huh? More scavengers. Still don't think I'm in the right place, but... Well, they give XP, I think. Oh, there's the ship. Or a ship. I don't know if it's the ship.
Come here.
I do like the looks of the game itself. Is this where I need to be? Also auto attack by targeting an enemy and pressing space. I do appreciate that you can, you don't have to, like, find the gold and pick it up. It just kind of auto goes into your inventory. Learning point reached. We're looking for something called the Heretics Map. You just reached the learning threshold of the combat node. This is not the place to do that. Press learn to use your learning points. How about we wait? Okay?
Come here.
It's a fun little place to be in. Alright, now. Unlock the... Unlock the trainee combat node with learning points. Okay, how do I reopen that? Oh, I have a healing skill. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little stuck now. And they tell you to unlock it, but they don't tell you what button press to unlock it. Training combat node. Okay, learning points. Hold on. Game settings. Interface. Controls. Key bindings. That's what we want. Spell, no. Attack. Deselect. Select self. Inspect. You can have up to 20 party members. That's a lot of people. Inventory, Destiny board, region map, world map, guild UI, guild finder. Okay. Inventory. Emotes. Huh. Okay. Yeah. I do not know. Okay. So, while we run around and while I try to figure this out, let's take a look at a couple of reviews on Steam. Now, I have no idea where I'm at. I was headed back to the settlement. All right. Okay, I know where I'm at now. The first one I see right off the bat is a long one, and it's a negative review. So they have about 68 hours in the game. It says, there's a wonderful game hiding behind the forced bullying and PvP. I just wish the devs would focus on that game and the current blank it is. Let me explain. There's an abundance of things to do in the game. from farming, crafting, gathering, dungeons, and raids. All of these really awesome features are killed by the forced PvP in the mid to late game stages. Okay, I'm lost. And I can already hear the apologists crying that it's an open world PvP game and you knew what you were getting into, and that's fair, but I don't like hypocrisy. The game tells you you can play it however you want, of course, as long as you play the meta. Want to PvE safely? You can't pass yellow zones. Want to PvE safely solo? You can't without joining a guild. Want to play a staff build? It better be meta or else you won't be able to do anything, not to mention, pray that the other people have the same lag you do, because if they're from the US, you're boned. Want to enjoy the obvious fun PvE content? You better PvP your life away or use bots or Discord servers. Basically, play however you want as long as you play the way it's imposed on you. Ultimately, playing a game must be an enjoyable experience, and forcing a player to do anything that they don't want to and then hitting a reset button when they die is just taking a piss on their time. It takes to make silver, it takes time to craft and gather and do anything at all, so having it stolen from you because you wanted to play the game and you weren't competitive enough when you didn't even want to in the first place. Well, all I could say, this game will go the way of all the other popular and thriving open world full body loot PvP games out there. Oh, wait. So, yeah, this is a full loot PvP game. And just for the record, on Steam itself, it does have 7,800 players, so it's not like it's a dead game. Now, they complain that the game makes them play a certain way. And then they talk about the apologists who say, well, that's the game you bought or you downloaded. You knew it was that game and you chose to play it anyway. Oh boy. We're in trouble. Okay, we're out of trouble. Okay, we can't go that way. They're mean over there. However, those apologists, I'm assuming, are actual players of the game, and they would not be wrong. I mean, I read the description of Albion Online. I knew that it was a PvP game. And yeah, I went, okay, it's a PvP game, but I want to take a look at it and see what it's about. I accepted the fact that there is PvP involved. And that I was either going to have to do a lot of sneaking or stay in safe places or whatever. And I'm not learning. You just reach. Ah, here we go. Thank you. Press learn to use your learning points. Okay. Learn. Are you sure you want to spend one learning point to learn trainee fighter level 1? Yes. Alright, now we can return to the captain. But yeah, so honestly, the developers, made the game a specific way, and whether or not I or another PvE player may not like the way that's made, you have two choices. You accept that's the way it's made, and you play around it, or you uninstall the game and find something else to play. Not every game has to be made for everybody. Just saying. Here's a positive review. Albion is a great MMORPG and is really distinct in that, and the game admits this, you do not need to do nearly any quests besides the training, and it is not overlogged with storyline. Basically, it's a little like life. You're sort of dropped here in Albion, and here you are. Get to work. It also has a great system of combat, which is immersive, because you can either be skilling and get into a fight, or straight up go for a dungeon, and no turn-based stuff, so you need some strategy here. On the con side, Albion players joke that this game is like having a second job, and that is just a fact. This game takes a huge chunk of your time, and even progressing and leveling is set up with learning points, and it is itself a whole can of worms, because you only get a daily allowance of learning points, and to surpass that, it takes more skilling with 1 bajillion different skills and items. For example, I built my own player island, and I couldn't figure out why my mage tower wouldn't let me make a certain mage outfit, even though I was high enough level, after building the mage tower with raw materials, getting raw materials to make the item, and processing those raw materials at another place. For example, sawmill, blacksmith. It turns out I needed to feed my mage at the mage tower, specifically mutton sandwiches. Just imagine skilling for hours upon hours to make a certain item so you could upgrade, only to find out your mage will not make them unless you feed him mutton sandwiches. The game goes that deep with that drawback. Said, immersion feels like that can be great because I feed my chickens every day and they lay me eggs, and I water my crops every day so I can make bread or omelets, which is satisfying after a total of 54 hours logged playing. Another con that has been a huge annoyance for me, that I wish developers would fix, is that in combat your enemy and you have an area effect where an attack will hit within a certain area. The problem I've had hundreds of times with this is your enemies are using cheat codes and will still end up hitting you very well outside the area of effect for an attack. To paint the picture, there's a red area, like a circle or triangle or box, where the attack will hit. I have literally ran like a good 3-4 ticks outside the area of effect for attacks and still end up getting hit somehow anyway. The weird part is that never works in your favor. The lines of area are extremely strict for your attacks. Enemies 1 tick outside don't need to worry about being hit. But I've run 3 to 4 full steps outside of an attack area and still get damage. Imagine how frustrating that is in boss battles, and you're running well away from them, but just end up taking damage anyway. It makes you wonder what the point is of running away, or of the red area of attack if rules don't apply to them. With all my gripes and applause taken into account, if you're used to hardcore skilling-based games like RuneScape, you're going to love this. If you hate those kinds of games, it probably is not your cup of tea. If you love hack and slash, you'll probably also enjoy the fighting style of the game. Give it a try. I did. So this guy isn't just, all glowing praise about the game. He does point out some things that he thinks aren't so great about the game. But overall, he recommends it. Okay. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Excuse me. I dropped my mouse. That's never a good thing. And another very short positive review. I would recommend this to anyone that wants a game that varied with both good PvP and PvE. My 2 pieces of advice for the game are develop your island, and if you're new to the game, use the guild finder to find a newbie-friendly guild. Here's somebody who says, I'm not a huge MMO guy, but this was great fun while I played. I revisit it every once in a while, and it's always a good time. Can be pretty brutal if you lose your gear, though. So yeah, it is full loot PvP. People can rob your body after they kill you. Alright, let's go talk to...
That's what I'm talking about.
This map is brilliant. A complete layout of their fort. So this is where their commons are, and their ammunition. I have an idea. It's high time to get you geared up. We will need to strike, soon.
Time to gear up.
You'll need to be more powerful to infiltrate that fort of theirs. Novice armor and weapons will make you stronger. There were some fine crafters and salespeople on the ship. Have a look around and see what they have to offer. Go to the Warrior's Forge, go to the Hunter's Lodge, go to the Mage Tower. Ah, so this is where you get to pick your class. Okay.
Take your time.
You are what you wear. Combining different armor and weapon types is the pillar of Albion Online's classless system. Adjust your gear to best suit your playstyle, party role, or task. You truly are what you wear. So yeah, but I've seen that at least one person has said that there's a meta, which I guess is the case for a lot of games. And people who don't follow the meta, well, yeah. That would be people like me. I usually don't look that deeply into what builds are the best. I just play the way I want.
To harm or to heal? What shall it
Hello, traveler. Come closer and have a look. So, we have our mage, which has a fire staff and a novice tome of spells. And of course, you have your typical armor, a helm, a shirt, boots.
Farewell.
Now, we need to find the other two.
Hey.
Okay, this is the Warrior's Forge. Go to the Warrior's Forge. And see what you can craft. Go to the Hunter's Lodge and see what you could craft. Okay.
At your service. Happy to help. Yes.
Ah, here's the Warrior's Forge. You got beginner's broadsword, beginner's shield, novice broadsword, novice shield, and of course you've got your heavy armor. I wish it would not open inventory every single time. Okay, we need to find the Hunter's Lodge, which is this one.
Ready for the wild?
So, of course, hunters use bow. Now, in Lotro, hunters also have an weapon, offhand weapon, usually a sword or dagger. Mercenary hood, mercenary jacket, mercenary shoes. So,
Sticking with the pointy end.
sticking with the pointy
There
end.
is no problem a meteor can't
Cloth
solve.
armor, low defense, high damage bonus. That's normal. Fire staff, big burst of damage. Longer cast time with fireballs and ignites. Unlocks holy, arcane, cursed, fire, and ice staff books. Okay.
Don't stand in the fire.
Press the hint button in your quest box to see the last hint again. Ah, high defense, low damage, melee damage with interrupts and a big finisher attack. That's the warrior stuff. Hunters, medium defense, medium damage. Consistent range damage, staying mobile with exploding and piercing arrows. Unlocks bows, daggers, druid staffs, spears. Okay, so yeah. Alright, so now that we've seen all of them, we're supposed to return to the captain.
Found everything you need?
Yeah, I met everybody. Have you decided what you want to use? Be smart about it, play to your strengths.
It's your decision.
So we need to craft or buy head armor, chest armor, foot armor, main and offhand or two-handed weapon. Equip the gear, return to Captain Tia.
Come back when you're ready.
Check what you need to craft your gear, gather resources, or buy resources from the marketplace. Or you could just buy it, check the prices of your desired equipment, defeat enemies to gain more silver, sell items at the marketplace to get more silver. Okay. So, the big question for me would be, what would I pick? I mean, I've played warrior classes before. I have definitely played a hunter class before. One of my main characters in Lotro is a hunter. And I've definitely played magic classes before. Oh, choices. I will have to think about that. So yeah, a lot of the reviews are like one line, like here's one that just says not recommend it. Here's a thumbs up that just has a period. That doesn't tell me anything. Here's one that says a best sandbox of the 2022 year. Doesn't tell me anything. Another thumbs up, good RPG game, would recommend. Here's one that says, I will be Alpine one day. What? Doesn't even make sense. Here's one that says it's dope, needs higher tier protected zones, but altogether a satisfying experience. So yeah, some of the reviews are definitely lackluster. It does have mostly positive reviews. It is what it is. It's a player-driven economy, full loot, PvP, open world game. There is, from what I could tell, only one server. Everybody's on the same server. It's got a very nice graphical aesthetic. The quest seems pretty basic, but nothing really, yeah, it's pretty basic. And like I said, there are about 7,800 players on right now, which is not a huge amount of people, but I don't think Steam is the only way in which people can connect to this game. If I'm right, there's a mobile version of it. It probably has its own launcher somewhere. So it could conceivably have twice that many people. Still not a huge number of people, but for the most part, people actually do seem to like the game. if you like PvP games, you like open world games, you like games where, you know, they're not throwing a bunch of quests at you, leading you around, you kind of have to make your own way in the world, I would definitely recommend it. If you're like me, you just want to explore the world and see what there's available, it's free. Why not? Um, I guess that's about it. Yeah, I would definitely recommend taking a look at this game. It's free. Why not? And I'm gonna leave it with you. What do you think? Would you download and try this game? If so, or if not, either way, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, bye for now.